everyone, this is Bobby with Bobby Stamps, and I have another great video I'm going to share with you guys today. This is card 2 for my July free card packets, and how this works is if you spend $25 in my online store, you earn 1 free card packet. If you spend $50, you'll earn 2, and if you spend $35, you'll earn 2, and if you spend $50, you earn all 3. And I mail them to you like this. They come in an envelope, and they have everything that you need to make the 1 card inside the envelope. And I also post the picture of the card on my blog, and then I also have a supply list and a free downloadable PDF to show you how to put the cards together. So I just wanted to give you that little bit of information before I get started. And then I also want to share with you really quickly that this video should be posted on Thursday, July 5th. And this giveaway is going to end on Sunday at midnight, July 8th. So if you are a new subscriber to my YouTube channel, that's how you're going to be entered into the drawing for this giveaway. So it's for new subscribers only. I'm trying to grow my YouTube channel. I've kind of been laxed over the last 6 to 8 months on posting videos. I redid my craft room. Unfortunately, my father passed away, and there's just been a lot of setbacks for me. I've still been going strong and Stampin' Up! And doing online card classes and things like that. You can visit my blog. It's bobbystamps.com. If you have any questions or ever want to take any of my online classes, that's where you can find all my information. Or on Facebook, it's Bobby Stamps on Facebook. So all you have to do to be entered to receive the Pressed Flowers Clear Mount stamp set, this is a host stamp set, and the Iridescent Sequins, is just subscribe to my YouTube channel. I'll draw the winner after midnight on Sunday and probably have it posted Monday morning, or usually I'm up anyway after 12:30 midnight. So I will probably just post it that same night as soon as I do the drawing. So that would make it next Sunday the 8th, anytime after 12:30. You can probably find out on my blog, and I also put it on Facebook who the winner is. So let's get back to making this gorgeous card. So like I said, it'll come with everything in the envelope that you need to make the card. And our card base is Whisper White. And let me grab my card really quick. Kind of had it scooted back and everything wasn't really at my fingertips. So this is our card base, and then you're going to receive a piece of Tranquil Tide and a piece of Petal Pink, and this has already been embossed with the Subtle Impressions embossing folder, and then another piece of Tranquil Tide, and then a piece of the Nature's Poem DSP. And then usually all these scraps are what you're going to need for your stamping and die cutting and things like that. Okay, the inks I used, let's slide this out of the way. The inks I used for this card are Grapefruit Grove, Blackberry Bliss, Petal Pink, Tranquil Tide, and Soft Suede. So there's a lot of inks going on in this card. So let me just I'm going to scoot everything in. You're also going to need the adhesive foam strips. I just used them. It was easier because I wanted the sentiments on here to pop. And so that's what I decided to use for that. And then I also wanted to tell you too, I'm not going to stamp the sentiment because we need to do it 3 times, and I didn't want to do it and take the time to cut these out. I already had these left over from the previous card I did, but I will tell you really quickly, you'll receive this strip in your card packet, and what you'll do is you'll just stamp that sentiment 3 different times and cut those out to get the 3 different colors. Or you can just stamp them in 1 color, do your own sentiment, and keep this little piece of Whisper White for something you want to do. Okay, I'm going to pause the video because I forgot my stamp set. Sorry about that. I have been busy working on other cards. I'm offering this as a to-go class right now on my blog. Probably by the time you guys watch this, though, the registration will be closed for that class. But I had it across the room working on my other cards. So this is a 2 set stamp set. I actually ordered this in wood mount instead of, I actually won this, to be honest with you. And when I received it, it was in Woodmount. It was a team meeting that I attended, and I won this. So yay me, I didn't even have to pay for this. So I'm very lucky, but it was Woodmount, and I'm not going to complain. It was free. It's a $72 stamp set. So not complaining about that at all. But it does help if you can, when you open them up, to kind of keep everything straight, the way that it goes back in there. So I'm just going to kind of open these up so I have them ready to go. And I'm just going to lay them kind of side by side and kind of get them out of the way. Okay, so the first thing, there is going to be a little bit of fussy cutting that we have to do. Not that big of a deal though. It's not going to be that hard. Let me grab my mat. I am going to take this square piece of Whisper White, and we're going to take the tree ring, this one, and we're going to stamp that, ink that up in soft suede. So you're just gonna give that a nice inking, and you're just gonna stamp that right down in the middle, and then we're just gonna pull up, and I'm just gonna set that off to the side. I like to let things dry just a little bit before I start touching them and possibly, you know, smearing the ink or whatever. And then I'm just gonna lay this here so you guys can see what we're working on. I'm gonna close up the soft suede, and we'll open up our Tranquil Tide, and we're going to stamp our tree. And I think maybe I stamped those the wrong. Let's see if this tree will fit. If it won't, your guys' piece, I know it will fit, but I used just what I had for mine. So let's see. You just have to make sure when you ink these up, we just have to make sure that you are going to be able to fit your framelit around it. So just ink that up. I think I'm going to be good, but we'll see. If I don't have enough room, like I said, let me just go ahead while I have that out, and we'll see if the tree is going to fit. And if it does not, I'll have to grab a bigger piece of paper. I don't want to cut. Actually could have stamped it up just a tad bit higher, but yeah, that looks good. So I'm going to leave that right there. I'm happy with that. Let's move that out of the way. And then we are also going to need, move the Tranquil Tide, and I'm going to open up the Petal Pink, and I'm going to grab, I know it's right in front of me, and oh, there it is. I knew it was right in front of me. I'm going to grab the larger leaf and one of my pieces of Whisper White, and this is how I did mine when I did the sample card. I just kind of did them to the side, and then I close that up. And we don't need to use the Blackberry Bliss. I just had that over there just so I could show you guys, because I already have the sentiment stamped out. But you would stamp the sentiment. Hold on just a second and I'll show you guys. So this is the sentiment, and you would just stamp it 3 times in one of each of the colors to get that color combination that I used. So now we're going to take the smaller leaf, and we're going to ink that up in Grapefruit Grove, and just stamp that down like that. Okay. And oh, we do need the Blackberry Bliss. I need to stamp the sentiments right here on the tree. Glad I saw that. Okay, let me move that out of the way. I'm trying to make room for the Big Shot, because we need to cut this out, and we need to cut our tree out. Okay, let me get these kind of moved out of our way. Bring in the Big Shot. Let me kind of widen out a little bit. And I will tell you, I normally set my Big Shot the other direction, so this is always a little bit backwards to me when I try to do this, and sometimes I end up cutting my images off where I don't want to cut them off. So let me open up the framelits again, and we're going to need the large one and this small one. This is an awesome stamp set. You get so many of the framelits to go with so many of the different images. It is just going to be crazy in the fall to see, and I'm going to have to turn that just a little bit so I can, okay, I must be on a magnet, so I'm going to switch places with these and see if these will cooperate down here a little bit better. Okay, I'm just trying to make sure you guys can still see what I'm doing. And the smaller end just goes at the smaller end of your leaf. And see, even though I stamped those quite a distance away, you still have to be really careful when you put those on there. Did you see how I moved that? Okay, I'm just going to make sure. I thought I had that on there right, but maybe it's going to fit better this way. Let's see, and I do think it does. So just turn it if you think that you're showing too much of your cardstock, like if it's not fitting around the image very well. And hope that nothing moves. Okay, I'm just going to move that out of the way. Grab these from here. Just grab our images that we're going to need. Throw our trash away. And all that we have to do. Now I do think my tree ended up moving just a little bit because I have a little bit more around here than what I do on my first card. But it's okay. It still looks fine. I'm totally fine with the way that that looks. So then we're just going to take our tree ring and we're just going to fussy cut. And you can cut this right to the color, or you can just leave a little bit of the white showing. It's however you desire that you want it. I'm taking mine pretty much right down to the color, just because I'm one of those people that I don't like a lot of the white to show through. And then when I get here, I'm just going to go in and then come back out like that. Okay, and I could go back in here if I wanted to and just snip that right there to get rid of that, but it's not really bothering me. But since I already started, now I kind of feel committed and have to cut that off. So let me try it again. I don't think I got quite enough big a piece of it. There we go. And then just etch that out. There we go. Okay, so now we can start putting the card together. So again, let me just kind of bring that in so you guys can see what I'm creating. I had somebody make that comment, and I do think that the framelit kind of moved on me a little bit, because you can see in this one I have more white on the one I just did. Let me tighten in just a bit than what I do my original, but I'm okay with that. I'm just going to leave it like that. So let's go ahead and we'll put a little bit of snail on the back of the Tranquil Tide piece. And then we're just going to layer that right in the center of the card front. Then we'll take our piece of Petal Pink that has been embossed with that beautiful Subtle Impressions folder. I almost missed that folder in the catalog, and I don't know how I did. I actually saw another demonstrator do like an unboxing, and when she mentioned that, I thought, well, I thought I saw all of the folders. I thought I got all the new folders, and I went back and I was like, okay, I guess I didn't. So what I'm going to do here is just bring that pretty much to the center. Try to get it as even as I can, top and bottom. Not too much worried about this side. I'm just going to leave a little bit poke out. And then when we go to layer this piece on, I'm going to do it kind of like that. I'm going to leave just a little bit overhang here and just a little bit there. So we'll just put some snail on the back of the DSP. And like I said, we're just going to leave just a little bit hang. Okay. Then we'll go ahead and take our little tree ring. I'm not going to pop it up. I'm just going to use snail, and I'm just going to put it probably like right there. Okay, and then let's just see where we think we're going to put our tree. And what I'm going to do is go ahead and put a little bit of snail on this leaf here. and then just kind of put this leaf on top of it. And then I'm just gonna probably put a little bit of snail right here and just go ahead and put those two leaves kind of like that right there, okay? Then, before I do anything else and move along, because I've already got snail on the back of this, I'm going to go ahead and stamp my sentiment right there. And it's the sentiment that says, "You are wonderful." And we're going to ink that in Blackberry Bliss. And then we're just going to stamp it right in the center of the tree. Okay? Let me fold that. That back up out of the way. Okay. So what I was going to say is I'm going to flip this over and put some dimensionals on the back. And you can also like manipulate like where you put them to help hold those pieces together even more. So I'm just going to kind of bend that one between, or not bend it, but kind of put it between the two. And then we'll just peel these off. These were the cards. I had already created them for my card and coffee class as well. And unfortunately I was unable to do my card and coffee class. And so I just decided, since I already had them made, I would just use them for my free card packets. I already had all the packets made up and everything, and as soon as I had to cancel it, I was like, oh my gosh, I don't want to let all those card packets, it takes a lot of time to get those put together, and I didn't want to waste them all. So this kind of worked out really, really well. So I'm just going to take the foam strips, and I'm just going to flip each one of these over and just position one of the foam strips right on the back. This is the one that says, and you can put them wherever you want, but this is the one that says "Be Strong." So instead of putting it here, because that one was in Blackberry Bliss, and my "Be Happy" is in Blackberry Bliss, and I want to put that there so that makes the color pop, I'm going to put this one, I think, down here. And then my Petal Pink one I can kind of put over here. I was trying not to put the Petal Pink one on Petal Pink because it will, you know, we don't want it to get lost in the color, because the colors are the same. So let's see, I might have to trim that down. Nope, it's gonna work. So just cut your strips, your foam strips, the length that you need them. So now I'm just gonna put this one right there. And then we'll do one more for our "Be Happy." Flip that over, put it right in the center. And then we'll just put that right there. Okay guys, there is my second card in my July free card packets. And you can visit my blog. There will be more of a write-up details. I'll have the supply list and the free downloadable PDF that you can use to put this card together. Thanks so much. Please make sure you hit the subscribe button and hit the like button too. Thanks guys.